Hello, people. As you can see, we are masked up.
COVID.
And all that bullshit.
It's some bullshit.
Well, it is some bullshit. But anyway, inside of the city that we're from, we will not be naming names at the moment. For those who know, those who don't, you
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
We are up under a supposed mask ordinance in public situation.
Right. And you got snitches that are real deal calling this in.
Alleged snitches in the street. So, we came here today. We have Bazaar the Coffee Bar, one of our sponsors, along with Executive Art. As you can see in the background, we have a bunch of nice, beautiful work. I do say so myself. I do say so. Along with a beautiful host, which is me, King Kino in the building. And next to me, I have my man.
I am the man that they call Hair God, a.k.a. Birmingham Drake.
I need a one dance.
I actually listened to that song earlier today while you playing.
So it's your boy.
Are you sexy, that nigga?
Trying to get all sexy on the mic?
No, man, I can't talk this damn thing on, man.
I can't.
Shit, it's making my voice deep.
I can't see a goddamn thing with this thing.
But nah, man, it's your boy Maxwell, a.k.a. the Dream Seller.
And last but not least is your boy Machiavellian Mark.
A.k.a. you borrow money, you out of here.
Hey. I'm just trying to live the best life.
As possible. As we can live.
I'm just trying to be entangled, my nigga.
Entangled,
man.
Before we get started, man, we don't do this enough, man. How y'all week was, man?
It was great. I walked down, got stuck, all kinds of shit.
What about you, Drake?
Well, I had fun watching the world burn on dark Twitter and stuff like that. Shit. It's some amazing stuff in the mix of porn and rioting and Antifa burning stuff up and all of that and fighting random old white people.
So basically, you was being a smart-aleck nigga. You was trying to learn shit all week.
Somewhat.
All right, I got you.
Okay. How your week went, Max?
My shit was pretty normal, man.
Okay.
Work and go home. I ain't doing too much these days.
And my man, listen.
Yo, man.
Your time.
My week was interesting, so my entanglement came back and got me last Sunday, so now now I'm pseudo in a relationship. I'm out the game again, man.
Executive. Indiscretions and entanglement. Sure.
Right. Now, remember, my week was good, man. Kids beautiful. Life is good. I'm still alive, so
Yeah.
I ain't have to shoot nobody this week. So
got red
good.
bottoms on and shit.
Hey,
Life is good.
Hey, live game.
I thought we was live.
Bang, gang.
All right, go.
Anyway, so coming back after last week, as I prognosticated, as we
go ahead and use your $10 words like Jada.
I was prognosticating last week about what would happen on the red table talk with old Jada Pinkett-Smith, right?
Yeah.
Turns out I was like 99.9% correct in my observation on how the shit was gonna go.
Applause for Kino.
I deserve it.
Kino called it.
But even beyond that, everybody.
I don't call it a relationship. It was an entanglement.
It was an entanglement.
Well, what I want to say about the whole thing is that it was more of a situation where you had two people that was one was trying to use the other one to get youth back, try to get
right.
vampire, and the other one was just out here just to trying to get his rocks off with somebody he thought was an idol. You want to
know what I got from watching that whole interview?
Jada fucked up.
Jada used $10 words to basically dance around the fact that yes, I fucked August, and will use his acting skills to not cry on national television. That's what I got from it.
Some bitches.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I got, man. I got a little something different. First thing I got was, number one, I was just waiting on Chris Hansen. Because Jada's a whole motherfucking predator.
Whole predator.
She's a whole predator. She got this boy when he was a boy, number one. Nursed him back, got him healthy,
She
with
like
the whole family there.
She low key like Madonna.
She
worse.
She legitimately groomed him to be what she needed him in that situation. And then had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to
cut him
be mad when he responded how he did, like she taught him to after the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, he did exactly what she taught him to do, emotionally. So, and my only other thing was, I do feel bad for Will because I do for this fact. He had no business being in that situation.
No, at all.
He had no business being in the situation. All of this was her fault because she didn't cultivate her hoe.
Right.
She didn't.
No.
She didn't have an NDA.
No, she chose the wrong victim.
No.
She
didn't have
definitely chose the wrong victim.
She had multiple violations.
No,
she should be.
it's even deep. To me, it's deeper than that.
do.
To me, it's deeper than
Will
that.
was a victim too.
To me, I feel like she just did not expect him to turn up the way he did.
But
Like
I don't
the
know
whole
why.
thing.
But why wouldn't she when she told him that?
What it was she cultivated a hoe, but she cultivated the wrong hoe.
Exactly.
And
You
that
chose
was
the wrong
and that
victim.
was a problem inside that situation. She taught him how to win.
Right.
He planted. He didn't rah. He didn't get loud. He didn't get boisterous. He didn't make it. He didn't even make it such a big deal. He dropped one seed and let that seed blossom within itself to what you wanted it to be.
Right.
And you had to answer the question. You couldn't put him in a box.
Right.
Right.
You can't ignore him.
because now he got now here was the kicker part about it.
Right.
The kid said everybody knew I was gonna say what I was gonna say on that interview.
Right.
He had already told him in advance.
Right.
Jada came on Red Tape Talk, said she ain't heard from him.
In years.
That was he said.
And I can believe that part.
I can believe that too.
I don't believe. No, he
I can't
just
believe it when
said.
he just said it. He said everybody knew. He said I contacted him. He said I contacted everybody before I went on there and told them what I was gonna do.
Right.
He said everybody knew in advance.
Come
I
on,
believe
son.
the kid.
I don't believe that part.
Come on, son.
I believe
I
him.
don't.
I believe him.
Where has he lied though?
And
Where has he lied?
I think the only reason why he even put it out there like that was because she wouldn't leave the fuck alone.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think so.
So what I'm saying is from my perspective, I'm a 23-year-old kid dealing with this woman that I didn't fell in love with. Now remember, the kid had 8 pussy.
Huh?
Yeah, see that's another thing. Everybody, he had 8 no pussy.
Come here, young
He was
man.
a mouth virgin at that particular point in time. You know what
That
I'm saying?
nigga just got all the sprinkles and rain.
Oh, look.
That's right. He-
That's a lucky motherfucker while you bullshit.
So the thing.
Knowing what I know about Jada, no,
Yeah.
he's not.
So,
That
Yeah.
bitch is toxic, bro.
She toxic,
So-
but who here on this table would turn down Jada Pinkett-Smith?
I would. I don't need to hear that.
Easy.
Jada Pinkett.
She ain't that cute to me, first of all.
Now with all that surgery and shit, he definitely don't do it for me.
Nah.
I take her mama for a take.
Nah, man. If it been me alone now, it'd have been something totally
I
different.
know her mama was an addict. But my thing about it was inside the situation. He said he had already notified him, but they had been preparing for this day for a whole year.
For 4 years, because Will said
Right.
4 years.
Because they already knew about it.
They had already been preparing for this conversation because remember, all them interviews they did even a year ago
When he brought
the
that shit
tune
up.
came out was there's nothing Jada could do
To make me leave.
to make me leave. I mean, absolutely nothing. It was
Right.
already set up that just like then he probably told him then, you know what I'm saying? I'm about fed up with this shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, she said he left her abruptly. You know what I'm saying? He
'Cause I
just
feel
stopped
like-
talking to a cold turkey and didn't want to speak to her no more.
Cause what he wanted, she didn't.
And so on the little tune that he made, because I'm finna go, because that tune, that little song, it take on a whole new meaning because of other things that happened during this whole week after this, right?
Right.
So in the little tune, he was saying like, "Why you texting me? Why you trying to get next to me?" You know what I'm saying? He's like, "I left you alone. Why the fuck you keep calling me? Why you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't be what I need. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be my woman. Leave me the fuck alone, right?"
Right.
In the song, he said, "Well, what I'm cooking ain't in your recipe, right?"
Woo.
Now let's bring somebody else into this. Kiki, Palm.
Poor
Keke
Keke.
Palmer came out and was talking about.
I would hit her before I hit Jada. Any day of the week. Any day.
But check this out though.
Keke look like she bipolar. Like she'll knock your window out.
I'm gonna put a caveat into it. I want you to think about the song take on new meaning now since she came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she came out, then she kept talking about this goddamn chicken. Oh, he made great chicken. He made great chicken. This, that, and the other. What you cooking? What I'm cooking ain't in your recipe. Why you know what I'm saying? And he just blasted her about. I see your subliminals.
But it wasn't a subliminal though. She was just like that man.
She don't want me.
together.
She didn't say that at first though.
See what I'm saying?
She was shooting some subs.
He was saying Keke was shooting sub. In his tune, he said, "What you cooking ain't in my recipe." You talk about Jada. Why you worry about me riding around with Keke in the car? Because she put up the picture of him and her in the car, right? And then she made a point to talk about the damn chicken, right? So somebody else came on her little comments and said something to her, and then she said, "So yeah, and he make good chicken." Like, why you keep talking about this chicken and shit? But it all referred back, I believe, to this little tune. So the person that he was riding around with in California at that particular point in time was probably Keke Palmer.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So she shooting her little sub shots out, trying to get her little name out and about. You know what I'm saying? And then mixed it a little bit. He caught it and said, you know what I'm saying? You know, and basically shut her up because if you keep talking,
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna air this bitch out.
And he aired her out though.
He aired her the fuck out.
Not really, not all the way. Because you got to think about even with Jada and them, right?
Right.
The reason why I figured they couldn't come and say nothing other than one or two things is because he probably got pictures.
Yeah, but we said that last week. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He a young kid.
Right.
So it ain't nothing for a nigga pull out his camera. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put on the show. Just like with Keke Palmer. Like, Keke, keep talking. I put all this shit out here.
Put all this shit out here.
Everybody think I'm doing something.
Send off these recycled news you done sent me.
But the thing about it, even with him as a kid, right?
Right.
If I was him and I felt some kind of way about a woman that I fell in love with, and she basically telling me she loved me, but then she gonna put me off on the back burner and say, you know what I'm saying? It ain't more important than the money that I make with the person that I'm with.
Right.
And I tell you, leave me alone because I can't live like this with you. Right? You keep calling me. I told you, leave me the fuck alone. I burned this bitch down. Get what he did? He burned that bitch down and went straight to the person that was gonna hurt the worst, Will.
And that's the reason why I feel bad for Will. Because Will caught this. Will catching all these bullets.
Oh man,
all these bullets
because of what his wife did. He didn't earn this shit. Will didn't earn this.
Just like that 50 Cent.
Will holds
50 Cent post.
Ooh.
When 50 said, yo, you let him go
50 Cent.
You give nigga permission to goddamn blow your wife back out? Bro, at that point, every dude is feeling the same way.
Of course.
If I'm in the room with Jada and I want Jada and Will in the room, I don't give a fuck about Will.
Right.
It's no respect. It's just like we said last week, you can't let a man sleep with your wife and then ever expect him
to respect you. Exactly.
Can't happen.
It ain't gonna never happen.
Exactly.
It ain't no man that gonna come around you that's gonna respect
Michael
you.
Blackson was so disrespectful.
Michael Blackson said he was eating her ass out from the front. I thought I was gonna pass out. Bruh, that's that entanglement. Yeah. But that's the truth. So like, man, she put Will in so many bad spots throughout this.
Now here go a question.
Come with it.
Would you divorce Jada?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
I've left people for less.
Exactly.
Oh boy, listen what I'm trying to tell you.
I would divorce Jada right now because no matter what happens, Will is actually in a position of power.
Oh yeah,
right now he has the opportunity to literally ride like a phoenix because Will was smart enough to ensure that all of his women had NDAs on them. They can't ever say nothing about Will.
And shut the fuck up.
Think about this, man. Has anything come out?
Nope.
Because like Jada opened the floodgates up.
Right.
She opened the floodgates.
Like, do we even have credible sources that know that who he smashed?
None. Why? Because Will had NDAs. So if I'm Will, I'm like this. Okay, you didn't want me based on me not being Tupac.
Right.
I made you marry me anyway. My mistake.
You don't even bump my music. You bump Tupac music all the time. In front of my kids.
I'm going to eat that, right? We get into our thing.
Right.
You pick the one dude that I spent thousands of dollars on trying to get him back healthy and let him fly around with the family. That's who you pick.
Right.
That's who you pick. Really?
Like you couldn't even pick an A-lister.
She could have picked any random dude off the street. The
That
hell?
too.
Bro,
There's 7 billion people on Earth, and you gonna pick this nigga? Really? Really? Okay. That's what stuff men do. We that lazy.
Right.
he
We gonna hit your friend.
We gonna hit the
Women
friend.
on the cheat out of town. What the hell wrong with her?
he in Dubai with Will family, Will somewhere else. So you got the daughter, the son, and August and Jada in Dubai kicking it.
I wonder if Willow and Jaden ever heard them like in the other room or some shit like that.
That's why they warped now.
Man, look.
The amount of childhood
Willow-
trauma they must be going through.
Willow cut off her hair every other month. She just can't take it no more. She need a new start every other month.
Jaden got a whole dress on.
This,
Dating Tyler, the
man,
creator.
I'm talking about doing a whole love confessions on crowd
Exactly.
concerts.
This is all Jada's fault.
I love you. I
So
love you so much.
This is all
That's
Jada's
my
fault.
boyfriend.
So like my thing is this. At this point, if I'm Will, I'm in California, I would give her half because she was there 25 years. Because I'm Will.
Right.
I can get that money back like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Here's my last point about this. Jada is so messed up because even Jeff Bezos' wife kept him safe. She took half of a $70 billion empire.
Right.
But she still kept the family structure safe.
Right.
She didn't expose them. Jada didn't even have the fucking decency to do
Keep that shit under wraps.
I mean, you gotta think about it.
Nah,
Like,
man. Cancel Jada.
When
Cancel Jada.
Cancel Jada.
Cancel her.
I need Chris Hansen to come and arrest this predator.
She out
Get out of here.
yeah, well, I mean,
Benito.
the biggest.
Hello,
the
Miss
biggest-
Smith. Do you know why I'm here?
Exactly.
The biggest thing about the situation was that she kept when he was talking about I was done with you. That when he started that whole conversation off like that,
Right.
that made me understand. Right now they putting on a show.
Of course.
Of
You know,
course.
I was done with your ass. I was done with you, right?
Yeah, we got
gotta-
Oscars.
So we gotta dress it up.
So now when you say you done with her, here go the thing. Why did you stay? The only reason why you stayed is somebody convinced you or something. It's probably her. She probably came in and said, "Look, I don't spend half of your money right now, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We might as well stay together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if we break apart, I take half of your money. You're gonna feel some kind of way about it, and then I ain't gonna have a career no more.
Right.
There is nobody in Hollywood that's gonna work with her if Will Smith said,
This
Oh,
bitch
you
broke
working
my
with
heart.
Right.
"No, you working with Jada." You know what I'm saying? It's over with. I'm
It's over
not
with.
fucking with you no. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna probably be on some Black Mirror shit like.
I mean, you know,
That damn
that's-
hog.
Who in Hollywood would rather work with Jada Pinkett or Will Smith? Would you-
Will
We'll
Smith.
do it every day.
Okay then. So if
We'll
I
go make another $100 million
if I
on
go-
Bad Boys
if
4.
I
Exactly.
go to a studio and say you working with Jada, you know what I'm saying?
Tyler
yeah.
Perry be the only place she should
Tyler
go with
Perry won't even fuck with him.
I don't,
Can't.
he can because Tyler Perry is a rest haven.
Tyler Perry can't.
But
Because he
Tyler Perry is a
addicted to
safe
Oprah.
haven for these hoes.
And who fuck with Oprah? Will.
I mean, but my whole thing is this though, man.
But the thing about it, when it's all said and done, when you're looking at a big situation like that, is we'll go back and we'll have these conversations going back and forth about the situation and what it looked like.
Right.
When we go to the whole situation as men, when you talk about men talking about men, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no fucking way in the world you respect that man.
Hell no.
I don't respect dudes on the street now that ain't even got half of what the nigga got. That's fucking with bros that do the same thing. I don't respect them at all. When I see their wife, she on and popping right then on spot. Ain't no reason for me to stop talking to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all open game for everybody. Now, if inside a situation where somebody that openly disrespected y'all situation that way, you know what I'm saying, where your brand is on the line,
The number one Facebook live stream of all time.
right,
Right.
that you done put up there now. You know
The
what I'm
world know.
And so now you are attached to me in that way, and every dude that come in contact with us is looking at me like,
This weak motherfucker.
man, this
Bruh.
motherfucker suck that little young boy dick all the time. Get the fuck out.
And in your house, you let this dude stay in your house.
And when 50 Cent dropped that, when 50 Cent dropped his little text conversation with Will,
Yes.
bruh.
That's when the flood. 50 opened the door.
50, he said everything every other dude every dude was thinking.
He did.
You
gave this bitch permission for real? What?
You know what I'm saying? Let somebody throw a back out? Bruh.
Either ass from the front, the hip.
So now you got one of the most popular people in modern society to put out that. You know what I'm saying? For everybody to see.
Bruh. Will IG is legendary.
Will gotta fuck her mama.
If it go from that example,
No, he don't.
this shit is gonna get crazy.
Nah, man, we gotta leave her. We gotta leave her.
You got to.
And the funny part about this is, we're gonna leave her.
You got to.
You want to see a magic trick?
And like, we're gonna have so many amazing women who ain't gonna be Jada. Ready. Because we know it's not a shortage of great black women, right?
I think it's a wrap for him and getting married again. If he leaves,
Nah, man. Will got sucker written all over him now. Will want that trust because he didn't have it growing up. I know a lot of men.
Well, he did. That's why he wanted. He had both his parents growing up. The dude made a 1800 on his SAT.
I know.
The problem with Will is Will has never experienced failure ever. Even the worst movie he ever made still did numbers.
What would you say is worse?
Wild Wild West. That movie was terrible.
What you say?
That movie did
I can watch that movie over and over again.
Because you trash.
That's because you crazy.
You trash.
Wild Wild
You're
West.
not gonna talk about my generation like that. We love
Wild
that.
Wild West was trash.
Trash.
That movie was trash.
You know,
Right. She get it. She get it.
She just as corny.
Probably didn't make as much.
But it was a good role, though.
Yeah, it was.
He did good. You're right. Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
where's the failure? He's never failed at anything.
Not for real.
I mean, well, he failed. You know, he talk about failed when he came up to get the role for Fresh Prince.
Right. Yeah, man.
They did the whole thing.
Yeah, man.
He
Fail
was
and
in
rap.
a failed state then. He probably don't like failure, but see, everybody got to fail.
Anything he's ever tried, he didn't fail
Look,
at. Though.
you got to fall to be able to learn how to walk. That's a part of learning how to walk, right?
Right.
There is no level of success on a certain level without failure.
True.
You're going to have to have it. It's going to have to come because you're going to learn from it. Anybody who gets to a certain point without experiencing failure, the first time they experience any kind of
They're going to go crazy.
they probably going to crash and burn. It's going to go with them. So you're going to experience in whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? Like
Well, okay.
I'd probably say this is probably his biggest.
When I say failure, he's failed at some things, but he's always been able to overcome it. I think this might be the first time you can't overcome
Well,
it.
he got divorced. He can overcome that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? He did lose that first one.
But he picked the wrong chick, though, because he tried. Will made the classic mistake of a man going for a woman who was not at the level.
Will don't know how to choose.
No.
He do know how to shoot.
No, he don't.
Because when,
He do.
No, he don't.
Because when he told Jada she was getting
His
raw
first
dick
wife,
by
she was
damn
bad.
Tupac.
But she been divorced twice.
I mean, but
that don't really mean much to me.
you got to think about we living in a society full of divorce.
Right. That don't really mean that.
Now, divorce is one of the big parts of our society on the whole now.
But they don't make it. They don't make it right.
It don't make it right, but it's just a part of who it. Like okay, let's say for instance, going into a marriage.
Well, I'm gonna say it's too easy to accept right these days. That don't make it. Just because everybody accepts it doesn't make it acceptable.
I don't think that's the case either, because I think people are in a position where they can leave. Grandma, granddaddy was cheating and beating her ass, but she didn't have a job to leave.
Right. Like she had nothing to fall back on.
Income and the same opportunity, grandma wouldn't have stayed either.
Right.
I'm not being real.
But
well, when I say
this ain't fences
when
anymore.
I'm saying the acceptance part, I think because what you talking about, those are extreme cases. Everybody ain't getting their ass whooped. Everybody ain't cheating.
Everybody granddaddy cheated. That's the whole.
I mean, let's go and rip that Band-Aid off.
In the state of Alabama, I don't know one granddaddy who ain't cheat. In the history of the state,
I
can't say that.
It's a reason why y'all got so many cousins that stay close by.
I've never known my granddad cheat, so I can't say I've seen that.
Okay, but let me say this: every granddaddy I know from Western Hill Mall South cheated. all of them.
All of them.
But every last one of them.
They don't believe in shit in Bessemer though.
You watch your mouth now.
Y'all don't believe in shit. Y'all will fall for anything in Bessemer.
Any goddamn thing.
But the hard part about
Goddamn
it
third world
is
country.
that now we live in a whore culture. Right?
I agree with that.
So when you in a whore culture, you start picking people not of a certain kind of moral value. You picking them for fun. You picking them for excitement.
And see, that's why I think.
So
That's why he picked Jada.
That's why I think divorce is so acceptable now.
yeah,
Because everybody just want to have fun. Like she said in the whole table talk, which if I was with, I probably would reach across that table. I just
I'm
wanted
talking
to
about
feel
faithfully.
good.
I just wanted to feel good.
Bitch, I mean,
You ain't felt good in so long.
Bitch, this ain't Monsters Ball.
But that's my point. We looking around and now everybody championing the whore. You see what I'm saying? So when you
ain't no slut shaming now. Don't get his slut shaming.
There's no such thing as slut shaming no more.
And everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like that, you have an instant fight on your hand.
Of course.
Challenging a certain moral code, right? You
Or lack thereof.
You can't be moral these days.
You can't be.
You can't have a standard these days. No.
You can't be moral because it's an immoral society.
Right. So now,
you
the
the eyeball.
if you go in there with any kind of moral code to a certain extent, somebody gonna come up there and gonna say something about.
Well, I did it.
You the eyeball.
I did it. And then they're going to get 3 or 4 or 5 damn loves under the shit saying, yes, queen, speak your piece.
You know what's funny about that is? That's how I felt every time I saw women co-signing Jada bullshit.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's
I was taking notes. Every chick who co-signed Jada bullshit,
Oh, man.
I know for sure they can't be trusted.
Oh, but then that little dude that said he separated and fool around and all of that. And then he get caught up.
Either they can't
Watch
be
what
trusted or they are currently getting cheated on.
Or they cheating. I know so many chicks. And this is just a side note.
Right.
I know too many chicks
we have a-
who
I think
have
we have a
men
statement from the
who
audience.
are married, all those things,
It ain't no.
and they cheat every day, B.
Every day.
Chicks cheat every day, B.
There's a reason. There's a reason why it's a Facebook group called Side Niggas of Birmingham.
Yeah,
And
it
Yes,
is.
this is real.
and the hard
We
part,
know.
I got kicked out.
one of the things about marriage is nobody takes marriage seriously like anymore. Marriage
It's
is
a business
almost
transaction.
joke. It's almost joking to do it. One of the big things about taking it seriously is like even inside of this situation with Jada and Will, he was talking about they were separated. Will say he was through with us. He was talking about they were separated. Blase.
I think that was a lie too.
How did
When
you
they
let
said
her come back?
when they
though?
said that set the stage for like motherfuckers say, well, they were done with each other already. Why not?
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with what
That's
they're
why
doing
they
and
did
shit
it
like
that way.
that.
Yeah.
That wasn't true. I don't believe that.
Even if that was the truth, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's still going against the tenets of marriage.
So,
Just because you separated don't mean you're supposed to be with nobody
so
else.
now you about to start
You
speaking to
separated. You
Jada's
ain't
toxicity.
And then the other thing is they lived in the same house. So like technically they are not separated. Legally you're not separated.
If here in this state, right?
Right. In California too, I look that's the statute up.
If me and my wife was separated, right, and she got with another guy, right, that prolongs my terms for divorce. Now I can, you know what I'm saying? Now I got more grounds for divorce.
Shout outs to the waitress.
And in the state that we in now, right, I can sue him for cash.
Yes, you can.
You know what I'm saying? Like you owe me money for sleeping with my wife.
Adultery can be sued in civil court.
So now you in a situation where they came out there. They was trying to justify the bullshit behind the whole thing. Nothing can justify the fact that you went up there and was you as a 40-some-year-old woman was dealing with a 23-year-old man, a little
Predator.
man,
Call her
that was
Predator.
your-
Her name is Jada
with
Predator.
your 20-year-old son.
Exactly.
Right.
But she
Goes
toxic
humble.
and she's a predator.
Bruh, that is not.
Damn, Jada is that freaky ass mama when you
No.
go spend the night
No.
over their house.
Point.
No.
That's the point. That's the point scene.
It really is.
That's a porn scene.
It's a whole scene.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you can Google that on Pornhub or
I hit my
Triple X videos. I'm not sure.
Mom, you know
I
what
just
I'm saying?
I hear rumors.
My homeboy stepmom.
Right.
But even beyond that, though, to go in there and to say, it got even worse when she introduced certain things to him. Like I said, the boy by the mouth was a virgin. He wasn't biting no bras. You know what I'm saying?
But for her,
He
it wasn't even about the sexual aspect. The problem
No,
is
no.
The problem
She
is-
needed deep healing.
no, hold on.
Now she said she needed a deep hit.
The problem with, but
Deep hit.
let's talk the surface level problem. She
Okay.
probably did need some extra dick. Because Will was like, "Fuck you, I'm fucking
That's
this young girl.
embarrassing with this-
I ain't got
That's
time."
my point,
Bruh.
Bruh, the disrespect Will took in that shit,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
The first thing was when there's no way you gonna come up here and have me on your Red Table Talk show and you say shit like I needed a deep healing and motherfucking
Like
I ain't
all
felt
that
good in a long
subliminal,
time.
all that subliminal and $10 words and shit
Man,
like
I'd
that.
have kicked the
Just say
motherfucking
you
table
fucked
over.
him. Just say you fucked him.
I would have kicked the
this
table
was a Red
over.
Tabletop mug,
Oh, nigga,
right?
Right.
I picked that son of a bitch up
this all you would have seen is her.
and throw that bitch in. She had to do a quick
Like, it would've just-
duck.
Like it would have just
That
been
son of a bitch.
it would have just been a blackout and just random cuss words like bleep, bleep, bleep. I can't believe bleep.
Like, nigga, I would have Bruce Lee kicked her in her chest.
Man, it was.
You know what I did? I just walked off and divorced her motherfucking ass right then. Oh my God.
You disrespectful.
You disrespectful.
Oh
You
man,
got it,
you
man.
disrespectful bitch. I swear to God, man. You gotta go. I swear to God, you gotta
Hey,
go.
If she's
You know what
out,
I'm saying?
if she
Like,
out driving and the brakes
Jesus
go
Christ.
out, you know what
Can you
happened.
believe that though, man? I mean, like seriously.
We're not saying
literally
bitch out
told
of
this
disrespect.
man
We're saying bitch
in
from a
front of
very
the
hurt
world.
place.
I ain't been satisfied in years.
In all kinds of ways. But
And the
even
boy,
But the
you have
problem,
Will.
the problem
if you
is, she can never be satisfied because she got so much shit going on in her head. Like,
And if you
Ain't
and
nothing
if you
on
peep,
Tupac.
and if you peep, like when she
They
said I ain't felt good in so long.
fuck that. I don't care. I don't even care what.
no, Jada gets off on the dude chasing her. She would have never been with Pac either.
Trying to gain out of it.
I don't know.
She would have never been with Pac. She would have been happy with the
person
chase.
you supposed to be protecting at that red tape more than anybody in the
Was
world.
Will.
The
It's
one
your
sitting in front of
Me,
you.
if I'm
Was
your
Will.
fucking husband, to get your shit off is one thing. To not protect me while you getting your shit off is another thing. If you go up in there in that situation,
That's
you ain't
probably why
think-
he
if
said
you
he
ain't
gonna get her
thought
back.
about me before you said that shit. Think about how this make me look in front of everybody while I'm sitting in front of you. I came here for you. I wasn't even in town. I flew in to be on this shit so I can fly back out on set. Just to sit next to you. Because you asked me to do this shit.
That's
And
what I'm
then
saying.
you allowed this motherfucker
Get
to
the
love
fuck
you.
out my
You
face.
know what, man? I'm gonna get biblical too
Man,
because
This bitch got
man, a woman is a man's
Tell them
rib.
how you really
right?
feel, King Kino.
Bruh,
What does a rib do, man? A rib, man, protects your vital organs, your
Man.
heart, your soul. She did none of that shit for her husband.
No.
None of it.
None.
Man,
Like if
don't
it's
give a fuck.
anytime
cancel that
Look,
toxic predator.
if- let's say it's me. I had a situation where I got caught up like that, and I had to go there and have a public conversation. Right?
Right.
I got my wife sitting over in front of me. You know what I'm finna do? I'm finna fall on every sword I got
Every one of them.
to keep her from having to deal with the shit past a certain
And that's what's crazy.
That's what Kobe
Women
did.
always tell you don't
Name a
embarrass
man
them
who
when
didn't
you
do it
cheat.
that way.
Don't embarrass me.
Don't
then-
embarrass me.
Don't
Yeah,
embarrass me.
The majority of the comments I've seen are all for her embarrassing him.
That's my point.
Cause
Like,
you
that's
got a lot of
some
hurt
bullshit.
bros that
And-
got cheated on, and
and
they
I-
love to see a motherfucker like suffer.
And people
At their expense.
People respect status more than they respect people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest part of it. Like inside this big conversation that we having about
Fuck you,
it,
Will.
it came to light. He nitpicking off on the side because he got an opinion on a certain thing, right?
Right.
But even when it's all said and done, no matter what that opinion is, right? In the bigger picture, all like nothing about this is going to be satisfied the right way. Nothing about what she did was right. The only thing a lot of people, you know what the biggest thing is why people joining up on the side is either one or two things. Most of the dudes that's fucking around there going along with this shit, they had a crush on Jada probably all their life.
Right.
And that's the biggest argument for what it is that was going on inside the situation. Most of the girls want to be Jada. And all they want
I want to have a man take care of me and have my dick on the side.
Just like this motherfucker did.
Yeah.
Other than that, the rest of this shit is bullshit. When it's all said and done with, The reason why I can say August is the person that I can believe the most inside the situation because he was the only one operating under love. He was the only one that believed inside the situation love was everything. And the reason why he left her because he couldn't get that from her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was getting everything else from her.
Even though I still feel like August should be a little mad.
A little what?
A little mad.
Why?
Mad.
Because she took advantage of him, man.
I mean,
He don't see it that way. Love is the most irrational thing in the world.
Right.
Love, nothing is more irrational than love.
Like,
Nothing. So like that made sense for August to handle it like he did.
Her need to save people fucked him all the way up.
To be in love is two fools, in a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what love is. You inside a situation where the shit just crazy.
And then the fucked up part is Jada actually pretended to care more than she actually did about this dude. So she got him all the way fucked up.
That's why she's a predator.
You got to think though, did she pretend or was it one of them situations to where I may love the kid, right? But I love money more than I love the kid, and more than I love anything else. I love
his lifestyle.
I'll never be poor again. I don't never want to talk about it. I want to be somebody everybody talk about. So I'd rather be doing this than be obscure with you with $100 million.
Right.
Now she could have been obscure and living a whole life with $100 million with August Alsina and living a life that was happy and moving along. This, that, and the other.
But August can't give her that legacy.
August was willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? August said, I don't care what we have, but if we have to go down to the store and you know what I'm saying, buy bologna sandwich, it don't matter. I love you. I just want to be with you.
I love you.
You telling me you love me every night. You laying in the bed looking in my eyes, telling me how much I'm the person that's for you.
Right.
You telling me how weird made you feel bad, right?
Right.
So when the shit all said and done, what I supposed to do? When I tell you leave me the fuck alone, and you don't leave me the fuck alone, what I supposed to do?
Okay.
I gotta burn the motherfucking house down.
All of it.
With everybody in that son bitch.
Yeah, because he really did.
You know what I'm saying? These shit
Ain't nobody kid. It was like, ain't nobody said nothing about these kids.
Bruh,
What about the children?
I know Jada said fuck them kids.
Gives a fuck about them children.
Nah,
Jada and Will. Nobody care about them children. Fuck
Damn,
them kids. That's what everybody said.
Willow
apparently, that's the issue.
Look.
Can you imagine? I mean, think about this now.
But you know what I'm saying? Beyond even all that other shit, right? To bring a person on vacation with you that you fucking that was your homeboy, you know what I'm saying? To the point where was your son's friend.
You got to catch these hands.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
Can you imagine your homeboy
fucking your mama?
Exactly.
Like we ain't been even dance around that shit. Like fucking your mama raw.
That nigga got to catch these hands both.
Right.
I'm gonna break my
Not only that, the nigga out, he taller than you by probably a whole foot and a half.
He'll beat your
So
ass.
he already got to reach over you. You gotta shoot him.
You can't do shit.
You gotta fucking shoot him.
You gotta eat that shit.
I got
stab
enough
him.
money to call some
Bruh,
goons.
think about that shit.
Well, I've been saying, damn.
I'm fucking your mama and I
You
beat your ass.
6'7".
Damn.
You 6'7", and I got this 45.
Nigga
That's
did crazy. I probably
crazy.
gave.
I got enough money. I got enough money to
That's
call
why Jalen out
somebody.
here like that.
Damn Willow humping a tree and
wait,
shit.
Now remember, Jalen was a normal kid for a while.
He found out what happened.
Oh man,
and
he
lost.
He just lost.
I told you.
The shaved his head,
Start wearing
grown and
kilts.
blonde, telling Tyler the Creator I love you at award shows and shit. Damn, you sucking dick now?
I mean, if you that's your
Bruh.
boyfriend, what did you do it?
I mean, I just thought they were just trolling. I didn't know he was like really like, giving them the gawk and shit like
You
that.
don't say nothing like that in front of goddamn
We're God in creation.
100,000 people. They think this shit ain't gonna be like, oh, y'all to go together.
And then
Damn, so that means, are they in a poly relationship with A$AP Rocky?
Can you imagine your crush?
Willow finna be the LA freak for a minute. I feel it.
Willow gonna be like Lawrence Fishburne daughter and shit.
Yo,
Make
no,
a damn
people
flick.
daughter did a hell of a scene though.
And it's gonna be a flick with a robot
I'm not gonna be
or something
real.
like that.
Lawrence Fishburne daughter did do a hell of a scene.
The girl from Family Matters?
Oh,
Another
yeah.
one. Another
Judy
one.
Winslow.
Huh?
Judy Winslow.
The little bitty one,
Yeah, Judy.
Yeah.
Jaden gonna end up like Orlando from That's So Raven while y'all bullshit.
Nah, I don't think that.
Nah, he
Motherfucker gonna be
that
skeet up.
bad. He moved. I know he moved.
Cause
out
see, he
of-
doesn't
out
have to
of
depend
the
on
house,
Hollywood like that.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
moved out of that damn cesspool.
Yeah, he's like, if I'm gonna have a toxic life, I have it by myself.
Yo,
Right.
how can Will live in that house?
Everybody else got this bullshit up.
Think about it like this, man.
He ain't never there.
I gotta come home, man, and now
Now
I'm looking around. It's
I
like-
gotta play. No, I gotta play. Guess who? Like where I sit at, and think to myself, "Damn, did they fuck on this couch?"
Will
God
be
damn
like
it, I
this,
gotta
man.
move to the
Y'all
chair.
seen The Best Man, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Morris
Chestnut.
up there having a flashback of his boy smashing his new wife.
Right.
Every time Will walk through the house, he gonna hit with a fucking flashback. August smashing my wife in my bed on the table.
But kitchen.
Oh, she do.
come on,
Picture
This
picture her
motherfucker-
doing that thing. She like. Picture her doing that thing that
Nah,
he
man,
like.
August the one taught her. Will like us. She ain't been satisfied with Will in years.
In years.
Or that new shit that she brought to you. That she
I know August put that new
That she
oil.
learned. That
put
shit
that
fuck your
nose
whole
clap on her
head
head,
up.
baby.
Like, oh, shit.
Hey,
He
baby.
put that nose clap on her ass.
You like that, baby?
Imagine
Come on,
them getting
Lil'
over it and shit like that, and she like starts coming out of nowhere with like New Orleans slang and shit like that while they talking.
I know she called that nigga Wody.
Yeah.
Going on,
Hey,
Wody.
Woody.
But the thing that's
Little mama.
is that everybody, there's a lot of people that was down on August about the shit. Period. Right.
August the victim.
And not even that, but he said it over and over again. He's
Men
not,
too.
He's not
Every victim says they not a victim, man. Come on.
No, not every victim.
Not every victim.
You know what I'm saying?
I
He said he wasn't a victim. And the thing about it was what the thing that I see in it was the strategy.
Ooh.
Now you know I'm big on strategy and arts awards, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Yeah.
When it came down to it, when we first started talking about it, I said this was strategy,
Right.
right? Now I caught flack for that because everybody was like, no, you know.
No, they were just. She was hurt and he needed somebody to love.
And then it played out in the way that it was strategy.
It was short.
I put a seed out there that you have to either answer or one way or another. Either you
The truth will come out, yeah.
Either you going to tell the truth on me, you going to tell a lie on me. And if you tell a lie on me,
I'm
it
dropping
open up
it.
the door for me to give more
Expose you
information.
some more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you tell the truth,
He got videos.
Right.
We know he do.
He got video.
We know he do.
While you bullshitting, Will probably in the background watching it. I really
We didn't
believe.
fight on the camera.
No.
I really believe Will probably.
Nah,
watched.
man. Nah, man. Will the victim.
From a man perspective, there's no way. I don't think that he could do that, especially with his children. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I don't think.
Because I saw the pain in his eyes, even there 4 years later. Because all I'm saying,
That
we
man
did it 4
was
years
not
ago,
high, ladies
the
and
pain
gentlemen.
was still in his
But
eyes.
that wasn't 4 years ago. See, and that's kind of a lie too, because you talking about, oh, you know, this been so
long ago.
Now remember, they just broke the shit off in 2018.
Right.
That number 2 years ago,
Right.
and he stopped talking to her abruptly. Then that's 2018. You see what I'm saying?
Damn, they kept lying.
Yeah, right. Cause she got together.
So like now I'm thinking, Will just found out.
Exactly.
So I mean, Will just found out recently then.
The way it falls down is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was 23 when they met.
He's 27 now.
Right. And so that was 2000. They met in 2015 when they started kicking it in 2015.
Yeah, but they was trying to save him because he was sick.
Right. And then he broke up with her in 2018. He stopped talking to her in 2018 abruptly.
Right, because she wouldn't love him.
Right, because she couldn't be what he needed. Right.
So they probably ran that thing back from 2016 to 2018.
Yeah, probably was a good 2 years.
They ran hard.
Yeah.
They was all over the place.
Yeah.
He did a show.
Yeah.
He did
ran that time.
19. Well, yeah, when they was looking at each other, that's when everybody was talking about, look like they got something going on. Looking at each other across the table.
Grabbing across the wrist, grabbing across the hip and shit.
So now you're looking at a situation well, okay, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? This ain't so long ago.
Right.
This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no situation that's been so far removed that y'all can just forget about it.
Right.
We gonna laugh it off.
We gonna laugh
This
it off.
So long ago.
So long
Bad
ago.
marriage for life.
Right.
Meanwhile,
Will's
you stick your dick in and it feels a little too loose than normal and shit.
Man,
Loose as a goose.
I wouldn't
Loose as a goose.
I seriously wouldn't be surprised if we're just like, I'm really not attracted to you anymore. Like that.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
I mean, but like I said, you looking at
I
the
wouldn't be.
situation well, he probably feel like it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's not. It's not.
And it's cheaper to, you know what I'm saying? And for her,
In the words of a
And for
good
her-
friend of mine, it's cheaper to kill her.
but you're gonna think
OJ.
about, you're gonna think about that whole situation though. Inside of what you're talking about, for them to break apart. No, California is a no fault state.
Right, so it don't matter.
It don't really matter.
Yeah.
But you gonna get half of that shit anyway.
Anyway,
yeah, 350 divided by 2.
Like I said, if she go to him and say, "Look, I don't take half of your shit already," right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't think
But
he
you
care
gotta look at
about
it like
that
this
though.
too, though. You thinking about it logically.
You need some elderberry.
That's what I was thinking. That shit, that's what
I mean, think about it logically. I'm thinking about it through the emotion of Will. He may feel like I would pay you $100 million to go away.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think he care about the money.
No.
Oh no, he care about the money.
No.
Not as much as we think.
$100 million is not enough.
No, man, their net worth is three. No, but their net worth
I
is
pay you $100 million.
no, their net worth is $350.
Okay,
So half of that,
half of that.
175.
they $175. Bye.
Yeah, it behooves me to do that.
It behooves Will too.
No, but Will probably looking at it along the lines of she don't spend $175 million now.
But you gotta. But come on, Libra scales. You gotta weigh this shit, right?
For
Right.
him, what?
He weighing the public scrutiny, embarrassment, and pride of the man.
And true, I would have been done.
Here comes the debate, guys.
But the problem with that being said is if we decide to say we made a business decision,
Right.
and we gonna turn it, we gonna flip
This all the
opposite to
business.
right?
Man, this is all the business.
I can't let her go.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already doing all what I want to do.
Hold on. Do it again.
Shit.
When he was out in Egypt, when he was abroad,
Shout out to the Y. Shout out to Baltimore.
you know what I'm saying? When he out in Australia, when he all over the world, you know, he did a whole little series when he was all over the world. Jada wasn't in none of that shit.
I know.
Until she got home. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was in Egypt, he was another bitch. When he was in France, he was another bitch.
Of course.
When he was in these exotic places, he was another
But now,
bitch.
yeah, but like now, man.
And quiet as kept, Will has cultivated some of our favorite young actresses too.
But like, hit the other thing.
Cultivated.
No, but like, hit the other thing about that though. Hit the other thing about
August
that.
was in Dubai with him. I know what I'm saying. August was there too. He wasn't in the episode. He was there.
He was in the background. Like he was sitting there cheering on and shit like that. Like
it's been different. Will said it himself. He said, "I like to travel. She's a homebody. I just go. I go wherever I'm gonna go.
Right.
I just get gone."
But here's gonna be the issue with that now. Because now that this thing came out, Will has no more privacy.
none.
TMZ finna be on his motherfucking ass.
On his
But they
bumper.
get back.
And the reason why it was so brilliant by August to bring up Will's name the way that he did was because at that point there's nowhere Will could go in the world he didn't have to answer that question. Yeah. Whatever movie premiere he had going on, whatever situation he had going on, he had to answer the question. Did you
Fucking all,
Or
man.
did you not?
Damn all.
give permission
Right.
for this young boy to give your wife this whole shit?
Is he or is he not your side nigga?
And if and he can't get away from it, no matter what premiere. So now you got to answer the question. Now you got to come in and sit down and see what it is.
I know.
Right.
At that point, it's fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I gotta tell Jada, you need to go clear this up.
You need to take care of this shit.
Hey,
You need to control your hoes. Control your hoes.
But my thing is this though, man. Will is done because, man, between TMZ and how Will handled
Media
it.
takeout.
When Will said, "I'm gonna get my get back." What news outlet don't want to be the one to say Will getting his get back?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga already got his get back.
Again. He has to do it again.
He gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. But my thing gonna be this, man. Will should divorce her though. Will need to leave that broad. Will needs to leave Jada immediately, man. Why would you stay with someone who
Hit
would
that
put you in
bitch with a
situation?
bottle.
He needed to just leave her. I would have been dropped her ass on her head.
They've been setting this up for years though.
I know. He can.
He can't. He can't.
He can.
Right.
He can, man.
See, you take ego out of the situation. Will ego ain't gonna let him leave.
What promises did he make to his family?
Fuck them kids. Fuck Fuck them
what?
kids.
Fuck
They
them
grown.
Kids 2020.
They
It
grown.
doesn't matter.
It does
You
matter.
as a grown person, when your parents do something, it fuck with you still as an adult.
Jada didn't care about that shit when she was fucking their best friend in the room next door.
You know, Jada.
Jada said, "Fuck
Jada
them
was getting a
kids."
whole slab slung up in her. And the little boy next door playing with the Barbies and shit.
Fuck
Literally.
that. Fuck that.
Literally playing.
Imagine
Come
being.
on, man.
You were probably in the room next door just hearing that shit.
It was like this.
Probably had
was like-
Jada singing his songs and
He
shit.
was in the corner like this.
I know. That's why he a weirdo now, for real.
Are you bullshitting?
The trauma he done went through.
Trying to find water for Flint, Michigan.
That nigga
Flint,
like, this
Michigan
that
still have
bullshit.
clean water.
Yeah, but remember, that's why William be gone so much. They can't take it no more.
They can't take it.
They
You got Willow.
They
You got
water
Willow.
business.
Yeah, they're like,
They
fuck
can't
this
take
shit.
Meanwhile, Willow
man.
want to love Lee's and shit.
Willow kissing trees and
Kissing
all kind
trees.
That's childhood trauma that Jada called, man. They need to get rid of that.
All of it.
Jada needed
Cancel-
cancel Jada 2020. Goddamn.
Cancel
Exactly.
Jada 2020.
Jada Hendrix
I'm
gotta
with
go.
it.
I don't. It's one of them things now where eyeballishly,
Eyeballishly.
if right now, from what they did with the red table talk situation,
Right.
he's become the hottest ticket in the world.
The hottest.
Who? August?
No, talking about
Jada?
Low key.
when people come to the table. They ain't nobody now. Nah, they was out.
She can't get nobody on there. Yeah.
No,
She-
yeah.
Nobody will not go now.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
You said they
What?
won't go?
No. No one has a reason not to go now.
Oh yeah,
He sit at the table.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah, man.
Like if you
Let
got
he
something
without
else,
sin.
come on.
You know, hold up.
and as long as that social media can boom like that, we'll there.
Hold up a feather flop.
I wouldn't be
Together.
surprised. And this my wild
Speak up,
ass,
Nupe.
my wild ass thought.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised if J and B go on there one day. Talk about
I think I'll be fuck her too. Now.
And talk.
Quiet as hell.
Beyonce.
Now that's a subject you
yeah,
can
that-
find
that-
on
yeah, that
Pornhub
Beyonce-
while you bullshitting.
Yeah, the Beyonce shit.
Yeah, man. I do think
Fuck the girl and
August
fuck
got
the best
long now.
friend. You don't think so?
That people do forget that August was best friends with Beyonce doing her Lemonade Day.
He
Yeah,
upgraded
he
the shit
was.
out of her.
Hey,
Jada long that nigga out. You know what? I'm gonna tell this story.
Hold on. Viewer discretion advised. Beehive, please do not come with us. 'Cause we are ignorant.
fuck y'all.
We are ignorant.
The Beehive.
I got a beat
We
suit on. Nigga, we Rihanna Nation over here. I mean, hey, fuck
As
Beehive.
wild as this sounds, you gotta actually
We part of
salute
the
August
Navy.
work though.
Hey,
You
man,
gotta salute that.
For real,
nigga.
I was going up there. He gonna be on that Derek Jeter,
Right. On that
George
George
Clooney.
Listen,
He's smashing some of the bad bitches.
If
he
he's
ever
going
get
to
his
be the
money up.
sniper of all time, he is going to surpass Trey Songz and Joe Budden.
2014.
Joe and Trace. Look,
He gonna surpass them. Watch.
2014, August Alsina with Beyonce. 2015, he hooks up with Jada Pinkett.
okay.
During that whole time, and interacting in that time, he was with Nicki Minaj. Kiki Palmer.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
Salute that nigga work, bruh.
So that means Drake ain't the reason why Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj didn't
He
work
out here
out.
working.
But that boy was out there working.
Y'all gonna
boy
stop
putting in
blaming
work.
light skinned motherfuckers for unhappy
That
homes.
Doja clap had him out there.
That boy putting in work.
Hey, but you know what? I get August credit.
No, August, and I'm gonna tell you how brilliant the kid is. The boy went on Angela Yee show when she first did her first one.
And came on there like a victim.
No.
He probably did.
No,
No,
not
he was
that,
fucking
not that one. Not,
No, that was Vado cheap.
I'm talking about before when her little podcast.
You talking about
Talking about,
her podcast?
Yeah, with the girls.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, lifted.
Yeah,
I look lip service.
lip service.
August came on lip service and pulled out his phone and showed all of his dick on lip service. What brilliant?
Decent nigga.
Brilliant.
Oh, he wasn't in
So in closing, what we got going on?
Damn, we
with
got
this
clothes
situation?
already?
Yeah.
No.
You know,
I'm having a good time.
Our closing gonna go by 10 more minutes.
Go ahead.
That's cool. They ain't got shit else to do.
Shit.
I got this is bullshit. Go ahead.
Oh, you got? Go ahead. I want you to
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Get
Get
your
it off
shit
your
out.
chest.
Get your shit out.
Come on, Keno.
Get your shit out, King.
Come on, King.
Talk that talk,
Talk
King.
that talk. Use your chin. Talk with your chin strap.
Say it with your chest, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, but you for real.
First off, you know what I'm saying? Since y'all was up there going into that whole motion, I gotta get some shit off. I get a little bit of
Come on with it.
Birmingham City Council, Birmingham Mayor, and their viewership. How about that? What's up, now, can we have
The
that?
views expressed by the dude with the same initials as Jesus Christ.
If you take a good look at some of this beautiful artwork on the wall, we even give like shout outs to our local heroes and stuff like that, like Clem Barber, Sebastian Cole,
Ona Watson.
Wait.
You got Fat Luther over. Now that's Skinny Luther.
I'm going August Alsina right now. Fuck Kevin Ivy.
No,
With her goddamn limping ass.
Kevin.
How many people are a Frank Sinatra fan?
Fuck Kevin.
Bob Marley?
Hey, this nigga trying to get us audited and everything.
Hey, cut the camera. Bearded Barack Obama,
Man,
you know.
listen. Tommy
We even got
I was
Tupac
so
up
glad
here.
his truck
You know what I'm
burned down in the middle of the
saying?
goddamn
We got
highway.
Bojangles, you know what I mean?
Who else running?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Max, cut the camera, shit.
But like all seriously though, man.
No.
All serious.
For real. But when it's all said and done, when you look inside a situation where you're talking about people with relationships in a certain type of sense, and you teach them a certain thing, and they come back and use it against you, hold up that mirror to you,
Right.
It's hard for you to defend yourself. Now, when August came in and held up a mirror to him, that's why I said the kid was smart. I started looking at little shit that he was doing, and I realized he was learning. I was just looking at little stuff. I went back. First when we first started talking about doing research, I was like, oh, yo, this kid ain't no dummy. He kind of smart.
Right.
So I realized he was learning, and then somebody was teaching. And his biggest teacher at that time was Jada.
Yeah.
And if Jada felt some kind of way about Tupac, and the way Tupac passed, and how he acted in public, and she felt like that was
August.
contributing to his death, right?
All right.
Why won't you teach your little thing how to handle itself different?
Right.
You know what's funny?
Media savvy type of situation.
Right, because
She saw a project
when
in
you
him.
groom people,
Yeah.
you have to teach them something.
Right.
But
right.
you know
that's how
what
you cultivate yours.
But you know the main thing? I really felt like she saw a project in him, and that's what made the relationship go
Well,
the
she
way that it
admitted
went.
as much. She said she likes saving people.
She likes saving
She
people.
can't
And
help
there's a lot of women in failed relationships right now because they saw a motherfucker that they saw as a project, and then after that, they get on Facebook bitter as shit, and then after that, talk about stop building these motherfuckers up for the next bitch and shit like that.
And he didn't go to TMZ. He didn't go to 2020. He didn't go to, Fox to add a story out. He went to
A safe
she
place.
taught him.
Right.
A safe environment.
A safe environment
That
with a
you-
female host.
That you know very well.
Right.
That you can control the narrative.
He talked to her several times.
Hold on. It ain't even much that. He literally got that shit down to the hand signals and shit when he was damn talking and shit like, I can't fucking breathe and shit like that. Like
He made it to where it benefited him more than anybody else in the world.
And then the killing part about it is like Jada did the same shit on the damn show, like the hand signal and all of that. That's what tripped me the fuck out. That's what made me when she did that shit. And that I was like, God damn, Keno called.
Yeah,
it.
her damn mannerism. Man. August was smart. I give August all the credit.
Even down to the $10 words.
Hey,
That was probably lesson number one, though.
That was definitely
actually
lesson
listen.
number one.
She taught him how to listen.
Jada Pinkett is like the female T.I. when it comes down to using words and shit like that.
man. She is a complete predator. Do not get that.
She is toxic as fuck.
She is Jada is part of the piece of party.
So that piece of
Pizzagate.
She part of Pizzagate.
Madonna, Ellen
She
DeGeneres,
is Pizzagate because she cultivated.
Idris Elba. I'm gonna go and rip that Band-Aid off. I think Idris Elba is on there.
Stop that, man.
No,
I'm calling it. I'm calling
We
it.
went about black
I'm
men
calling
there,
it.
man. Black men are
John
under
Legend on there
attack.
too, goddammit. Him and his wife.
Black
nigga.
No, black men.
I'm calling it.
I'm gonna say this, and then
July is going to be the Catch a Predator month.
and I'm done. It's hard being a black man.
It really is.
We catch hell
Even if you
everywhere.
halfway black.
You catch head when you do right. You definitely catch head when you do wrong.
Well,
Yeah,
the
we
world,
catch
we
head for
catch
even
hell.
thinking about doing wrong.
We go home to a whole bunch of Jadas. I mean, like,
Yeah,
shit,
going
we get. It's
I'm not,
hard being a black
I'm
man.
not tolerating no Jada. I'm gonna be Lawrence Fishburne version of damn Ike Turner.
we as black men live in a
Eat the cake,
community-
LMA.
We live in a community of people who are trying to assimilate into somebody else's viewpoint of what society is supposed to
Oh
be.
yeah, the American dream was never meant for us.
So inside of that, you got a lot of people trying to live up to another person's standard of living. Of
Right.
What they say is correct to do. So you following a blueprint that was set out for you by
No,
somebody
not
else.
for you. It was
Not
never
for
for
you.
you.
It wasn't set out for you. But
It was
that's-
never set out for
in
you.
the end, that's where you go. You go to that blueprint
All right.
in order for you to try to say this is what you got to be in order to fulfill your happiness, to fulfill where you're supposed to be in life, right?
All right.
I agree.
And so everybody judging you on the standard of somebody else's standard who hates you.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like even with your clothing, right? You can go outside with a hood on and walk down the street and you automatically dangerous.
Yep. You might get shot.
Right? And the only way people consider you safe is if you dress like what they say you're supposed to be.
Like Carlton Banks.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you got on a nice crop shirt, and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Crop shirt.
Is that you look safe inside that situation?
Got on some.
You know what I mean?
Some
dungarees,
bold bass, some
So-
Sperry's.
some Lees.
Even inside of our community, right? You got people who hate the people inside of your own community because either one, you're not trying to fit in the way they trying to fit in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to live a lifestyle they trying to live. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now, not only you got outside hate, you got inside hate because the people that you deal with on the inside of the situation, those people, they going along and saying, trying to separate themselves from you saying, well, I'm better than you because I work at a Fortune 500. I'm better than you because I do this. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. And then when it's all said and done, when you walk out down that street,
You're still
at any given
a
time,
Negro.
and somebody look at you, they make one judge. The only judgment that they see is
Color.
black.
Right.
Don't really matter the rest of that bullshit fighting for. You know what I'm saying? So we go into these situations about relationships. All this shit that we going through now, we follow in a relationship. We follow behind white people. And one of the biggest things that we follow behind white people is we follow behind the worst part of the example of being in a relationship.
Marriage.
Not even just marriage ain't the hard part because people can be married. You can actually be with somebody.
Well, white people have white people have no qualms for getting married for business purposes.
That's true.
That's one of the first things they talk about.
We are the main ones that marry out of
There's a
love.
signs of marriage. There's a sign.
We don't even marry out of love most of the time.
Hey, love ain't been in relationships in a
We
We
long
marry out of
time.
necessity, and that's the worst reason why.
We were married out of obligation.
That's number two.
Some marry a lot of them marry out of obligation. A lot of people marry out of addiction.
Addiction.
Yeah.
That sounds like a topic we're gonna have to save for
when
another day.
So what I'm saying is you get
You've been around this person so long that you're addicted to him. You can't.
You addicted
You can't.
to what they bring to you.
Right.
Or
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Or
Like
How
you
they make you feel?
well,
Sexually.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
constantly
Blah, blah,
trying to
blah.
chase that first high.
You're right. You constantly in that mode, and we don't look at it that way
Right.
because we just saying we doing what we doing. But you don't never keep evaluating the person you with long enough to say I can't do this to the point that I get married. You'll marry him anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Only because she took you to another level physically. And that within itself
Is why.
is one of the things that happen inside this situation.
Yeah, that's why
Right.
we're married. Though.
Physically, even with August, took him to a level
His name is no longer August.
that
It's
he was
Og.
no more.
Augie.
It's Og.
Og.
Augie.
It's Og.
But inside of that,
Shout outs if you know that old cartoon off of Cartoon Network when you say Og.
I give him the most credit was that he walked away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most people don't walk away from shit that they're addicted
Nah, he would have rolled that to. Most people would have rolled that till the wheels
to. The
fell off.
wheels
So the
fell off.
wheels fell off.
So yeah,
And that's why most people talking about him crazy now. Because they say, how
did you leave?
Let that go. Because it wasn't good for me.
Right.
but then
What
people
is
don't
that
understand like
And
just
most-
because it look good don't mean hey you don't know none of the problems that come with this.
boy.
I'm in unpack mode right now. Because they're going
I about to say,
most people that you deal with,
we're gonna run out of damn film.
most people that you deal with,
Fuck it.
most people that you deal with are the direct opposite of their persona.
I
Right.
agree. I
You know
agree
what I'm
totally.
saying?
Yeah.
So when you go up there, you meet somebody, the motherfucker that's sitting up there that's giving out that love vibe and that love vibe,
That's not them.
That's the one that's gonna fuck you up.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it be the free love motherfuckers that be the worst motherfuckers for you to be with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because them motherfuckers is not trying to be for you.
No.
They're trying to get something from you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that be the difference. We don't understand that part of it. He didn't understand when she was talking that free love shit to him. He wasn't trying to be that for. He was trying to get something
From him.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And what's funny is
And
she did the same shit with Will.
She disguised it as hey I'm trying to help.
I'm trying to help you. I'm
That's
trying
what
to
people
change
do.
you.
Yeah.
You got dudes. You had dudes up there right now. They arguing up and down about Will and Jada's relationship being all right. That man said he okay with this, that, and other right there. Them the same predators.
Yeah.
Them niggas will do the same.
Because as soon as a chick will
Oh.
agree with him on Facebook, they'll be in their inbox
Most
trying
of
to
the
get
people
them.
that's in the poly relationships, right? They agree with they agree.
It was crazy.
The most nothing.
This ain't fucking poly.
It's the hardest part about dealing with people in society and having a focal point where people say, okay, you're wrong because you don't agree with us. You know what I'm saying? The majority always gonna be inside the situation. So you got a majority of people right now who are deviant, right? In every aspect of what they do.
Right.
Sexually deviant, relationship deviant, all that shit, right?
Right.
And so you go into the situation, you be fucking with them, and then if you ain't as deviant as they are, you ain't shit. You the fucked up, right? So you gotta agree to the bullshit in order for you to get past a certain point.
Right.
And there's only a few that ain't willing to go that far that can stand on their morals or their laurels
and still get the,
you know what I'm saying, get what they need out of other people. You know what I'm saying? But people will say shit like, that's why you single. Nigga, that ain't no goddamn bad thing for a person to be. You know the best time of my life is my single life.
Yeah. I can do what I want, go where I want.
You know what the worst part of my life was?
Bro.
I was married.
Bro, being married, bro.
My life.
I would tell you,
wow.
I have more money being single than married any other week.
Bruh.
And I pay 12 per kid, and I got more money. Easy more money.
It's one of those things. Easy. Even if you have more money, the ability to wake up in the morning and not have to talk to somebody you don't like.
Oh my God.
Is worth anything. I will give up everything for that kind of peace.
And that's why I'm saying we're gonna divorce her.
But
that kind of peace.
That kind of peace. But
And on that note,
I don't know if he's seeking that kind of peace.
Okay.
This real deal is a conversation for next week.
Any final thoughts on this situation,
Okay,
man?
my final thoughts is, man, it was a good conversation. I ain't talking about this shit no more because I'm tired of being other folks' business.
Fuck all. I still think you talk too much.
My last thought is we need to start a GoFundMe for the apprehension and arrest of that predator Jada.
Jada Pinkett.
She's a goddamn
Sign all the petitions.
My thoughts and prayers go to Will. Thoughts and prayers.
My thoughts and prayers go to Willow
He
and
had
Jaden.
my deepest
You have my deepest sympathy,
My
Will.
deepest sympathy. In August, you are climbing that ladder for.
You about to go down as one of the greats, sir.
You about to
keep up. Keep it up.
You know, it's Jeter.
It's Jeter.
It's Clooney, Jeter,
Trey Songz, Joe
Drake.
Budden.
You got to put Drake in there. You got to put Drake in there.
You goddamn right we're going to put Drake in it.
Ain't no suckers allowed.
Our Lord and Savior is light-skinned man.
This is Mount Rushmore. Ain't no suckers allowed on the Mount Rushmore. It is Jeter, Clooney, Trey Songz, and Fab. That's Mount Rushmore.
No.
What? Fab murdered.
Drake,
You got to put Joe Budden up there.
Joe Budden, okay. We'll get with Joe.
I
Joe jump off.
I get Joe Budden. When the Mount Rushmore, I
Joe
like
jump off.
Joe
Budden's a monster now.
Joe is
got a hit. You see the hit list he put up?
Bro.
Right.
Oh, the one you showed me. Yes. Yes.
Bro, Joe Budden hit list is amazing.
Hey, shout out to Joey, man.
Joey
Shout out to Joe.
If you're listening to Joe Budden,
you a legend,
you,
boy.
bro.
Give us a shout out on your podcast.
That was my final words, though, man. Augie, you may be top 10 now. You put on good numbers, son.
You keep this production up, you will be a Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your last thing, man?
My last thing is, fellas, don't accept a female giving you $10 words. Just tell her to, like, keep it plain, simple, stupid. Like, if she fucks somebody, just tell her. Just say it. Just say that you fuck somebody and call it a day. Don't tell me entanglement or nothing like that. Just say, yeah, I let him hit me raw. And just call it a day. And my kids are friends with this man. So, I mean, like, low-key, I was low-key building up to replace you. Low-key. Until I realized he couldn't keep up with your legacy. Kino?
Yeah, that was a lot of shit to unpack right there. That was
That's hilarious.
all that shit to me meant get your gun and kill her.
Yeah, somebody got to.
Yeah, somebody got to die.
Somebody got to.
Murder not a bad thing for real.
No,
Not for real.
Murder.
I mean, like, I am a proponent of killing people.
For any lawyer that might come back and watch this video, I do not agree with killing people.
He means killing you breathing, not. Yeah.
He means killing you in a
David,
figurative
not
way.
Jacob and Job. David killed people. On the Bible.
Well, you know,
I digress.
He had to.
I thought one of the big
So many
things
niggas need to be killed.
that we probably don't take the time to understand is well, don't take the time to learn is ourselves and learn how to make ourselves happy. And a lot of people depend on other people to make them happy.
Jada has never been happy.
Never. She ain't been happy in so long. She wanted to feel so good.
Listen. People that's always bored are boring people, right? They don't know how to satisfy themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
People inside a situation that's never happy, they'll never be happy because they don't know how to make themselves happy. They're searching for somebody else to make them happy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When somebody asking you to be the court jester to make them feel good about their life, drop that bitch.
The court jester.
Whoever that bitch is a male bitch, is a girl, you know what I'm saying? Drop that bitch that day. The reason being is because you can never be happy with somebody who can't make themselves happy.
Never.
You can never be happy with somebody who can't live on their own by themselves with themselves.
You can never entertain somebody that's bored easily.
That bitch. You know what I mean? That day. That's
man.
my final note. You know what I'm saying?
Final note. Leave that bitch.
Yeah,
And on that note, appreciate y'all for watching, man.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Yo,
Stay healthy.
Fuck Birdman.
Jesus well.
Assholes Anonymous is sponsored by Executive Art and Bazaar the Coffee Bar. Check us out on the Executive Art YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications.